talking Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and much more with our representative from the 40th District, Young Kim. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us as always.
Thank you so much for having me again, Michael.
Thank you for being here. And the one big beautiful bill has passed. A lot of controversy around it, right? A lot of information back and forth about what this will actually do. I guess now that it's going to go into effect, we'll see what the reality is. But what is your take on it?
Let me first start by saying what a relief it is that we got that one big, beautiful bill passed. The immediate effect that the voters will feel is this provides a lot of tax certainty, especially in the way that we strengthened and protected the programs and giving much of the vulnerable population, including the senior citizens, access to the certainty about vital programs that senior citizens relied on. There is a good provision, like I see a lot of senior citizens continuing to work even at later time after retirement. And so I've seen that many of the local restaurants around here, especially if they're working there, their tips that they receive will not be taxed up to $12,500, completely non-taxable. And for those who are working overtime around the holidays to fill that labor shortage gap, their overtime wages will not be taxed up to $25,000. This goes into effect immediately. So you can continue to receive your paychecks and you think that, oh, wait, despite what Young said, I'm still getting this taxed. However, when you file tax return, and I encourage them to do it as soon as possible, as soon as they receive their W-4, all of those funds will be returned to them.
Okay, so kind of a retroactive refund, so to speak.
It's retroactive to January 1 of this year. So while they see for the first 6 months of the year, they were taxed on those tips and overtimes, it will all be refunded to them. So that's another good thing. And then, as you know, I worked really, really hard to increase the state and local tax SALT cap. It was currently capped at $10,000, but now it's increased to $40,000. And that's a huge tax savings because we live in the community where the average home prices, especially if a single residential home on average, in Orange County is about $1.3 million. And if you're paying mortgage tax on it, state and local tax, property tax, that $10,000 cap doesn't do justice. That's why when I saw the SALT being used as a pay-for during the 2017 tax bill that was passed, I promised when I was running, one of my key priority will be to fix that. And that's why I went down to Mar-a-Lago early this year, met with President Trump, and asked him, we got to fix SALT. And he gave me his word. Yes, Young Kim, we're going to get this done. Let's get it done.
Does he use your whole name like that? Yes, Young Kim?
Yes. So we got that done, and I worked really, really hard to increase that to $40,000.
Okay. Are you concerned at all with some of the worries that Medicaid, not Medicare, but Medicaid recipients, many will be losing their eligibility in terms of the work requirements, in terms of the eligibility things, in terms of the citizenship requirements, and all of those things? I mean, there's even a kind of a slush fund for rural areas, hospitals, and that kind of thing to make sure they don't go out of business. Are you concerned about some people being kicked off of the rolls and just not having anything?
First of all, let me talk to you about that. We had provided additional funds for the hospitals in the rural communities.
Right.
So actually they're getting more. And two, for the concerns that you raised, there is we've fixed the provider tax provision. So it stays where it is, and state of California provider tax is at 3.5%. But we're going to start at 5%, and then, so that provider tax provision is also fixed. Now, you talked about people raising their concerns about their benefits being reduced or eliminated from it. First of all, I'm going to tell you, the senior citizens over the age of 65 on Medicare or Medicaid, their benefits will not be cut because they are exempt from that. Now, the other people that will be taken off the program are the people that shouldn't have been on the program to begin with. This program protects and strengthens the Medicaid by requiring the people to get back into the workforce, and that is very, very minimum requirement.
The work requirements that we're talking about there?
The workforce work requirement is in asking everybody, able-bodied adults who can work without dependents, to go to work 20 hours a week, or volunteer 20 hours a week, or be enrolled in school and get trained for 20 hours a week. It is very, very minimum requirement. And again, we're only talking about able-bodied adults that can go to work. Many of these folks fall into the category of during the COVID, when they were provided with funds, they just decided to stay home because it's they get more by not working. We're going to try to bring that or break that cycle and give people dignity to go back to workforce, contribute to the environment. They will be getting their check. They will be paying into the system by paying tax. And guess what? By the time they retire, the Social Security Trust Fund, as a result, will be stronger, and they will be getting the Social Security benefits upon retirement. So actually, this is really a better one. And the illegal aliens, undocumented individuals who took advantage of these entire programs that this country provided, and this state, which is a sanctuary state, so undocumented illegal aliens are on that pool of Medicaid and Medi-Cal. They should not have been on it because that's not the program it was intended. So we are protecting and strengthening the program by getting those people who shouldn't have been on the program to begin with, and then the resources are left for the people that are entitled to the program. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. There we go. And speaking of Medicare, while we're on that subject, you have a bill that you have sponsored. You're co-leading that one to get rid of the fees for late enrollments. What is the issue there, and why is that even a factor?
Sure. I introduced the Medicare Economic Security Solutions Act because, as we talked about, and the people that I talked about, even after 65, they decide to continue to work, or entrepreneurs, businesses. We work beyond 65, and they forget to enroll in Medicare when they turn 65. And this is unknowingly doing it.
They might have employee insurance and those kinds of things, so they're not even thinking in those terms.
So they think that we're actually saving the government by not taking advantage of the Medicare program. But at the end of the day, what they didn't know is that because you are not enrolled when you were entitled to, and then you decide later on, okay, now I can sign up for Medicare. There is that late enrollment fee. And it's not just the time when you enroll, it's for life. When I found out about this, I said, I need to fix this. So this legislation would cap the late enrollment fee for Medicare Part B. So that is what the senior citizens need, because that's, again, this legislation will also lift the penalties for COBRA retiree programs or the Veterans Affairs, the veterans benefits that they also are entitled, but they will be capped again because they just didn't do it when they were turning 65. So we're going to take care of all of that.
So why would the penalties be there in the first place? Just help me understand. Do you understand the background of why they decided, well, let's put penalties in there for people who don't enroll in something that they don't want yet?
I have no clue why they did it. And but when I found out, it's not the right thing, so I'm trying to fix it. Young Kim is here to fix.
There we go. We're solving problems. Not figuring out why they messed it up in the first place. Okay, let's talk about another problem: a shortage of nursing across the country, and especially here in Southern California. You are working on some legislation that's going to help
National Nursing Workforce Center Act. Yes. So what we're trying to do is addressing the shortage in the frontline workers, especially in the nursing area. We're going to create a 3-year pilot program. During that time, we're going to look at the existing state nursing workforce, look at them and see where the shortfalls are, and we're going to evaluate the nurse recruitment and retention issues. We're going to work with the private and private-public partnership, provide the pilot training program will also work with the institutions that will educate and provide the nursing certificates try to do this in the efficient manner. So we will produce more nurses and fill the shortage that exists currently. And this was a big problem during the COVID, and there was a burnt out rate. People wanted to leave the workforce. Now we're dealing with this shortages more and more. So we're going to try to take care of that labor shortage, workforce, all that.
Who are some of the partners on the private side? Are there hospitals or medical institutions that want to encourage and help support
all of
that?
them, yes. So this will also put together the apprenticeship program, and there is a private nursing institutions, and they will be able to provide that workforce and provide the certificates. So win-win.
Yeah. So is it just a matter of like, do you feel like there's not enough capacity within the community colleges and the college systems to do that? So you need to expand out to kind of fill that void for now?
Well, there is a program there, but the pilot program will be able to allow the individuals that are looking to get the nursing certificates, hopefully faster within this period of time. And then the partnership will allow them or almost ensure, not a guarantee, but ensure that anyone that goes through this nursing certificate program will have an employment placement, because they will have a partnership with the hospitals or clinics, wherever their needs are.
Okay, terrific. All right, let's talk about the fact that you're going to be here for most of August and office hours. Where can we find you and things like that?
Yes, anybody can find me in person at our Anaheim Hills District Office as well as Mission Viejo District Office. And on a monthly basis, on third Thursday of every month, I'm here in Laguna Woods and at the library between, I believe, 9 a.m. I think you got that up there. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on third Thursday each month.
Oh, go see you at the library maybe. We don't have to talk just here.
Yeah.
All right, Young Kim, Congressional Representative here for Laguna Woods. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back. You're watching This Day.